Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have 9 of water. So 9 of water seems to be almost a little bit of a allergic reaction to this situation that you are in. So you might find yourself a little bit emotionally overwhelmed during Taurus season here. It's the Earth's crust is holding in a lot of heat, and here it's being able to be released in some kind of great showdown. So might be passion, might be anger, might be sadness, might be love, something coming out that you didn't plan that it was supposed to come out, it just came. And this is the old bottom, and this is the second card for the star in this deck. There's 2 star cards, 2 hangman cards, and 2 moon cards, and this is the aurora. So this is actually not a star, it's the Earth and its magnetic field being hit by another star, which is the sun in our solar system. So it creates this beautiful aurora, a little bit war in heaven. But it's actually, the sun is bringing us a lot of evolution. It kind of evolves our DNA, so it's very good to be out in the sun. You don't have to be undressed though. You can have clothing on you and maybe a hat on your head to protect yourself from the dangerous part of the sun, but it's giving you a certain upgrade or update when you are in the sun. And this is also showing that this have been happening not only to you but also to the Earth. So it's going through this this upgrade, or has been going into this kind of upgrade here in your past a little bit. Okay, so and this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind, and this is the situation itself, and this is what's on their mind about you. And this is your feelings for them, intentions. This is the bond between you two, keeps you together or apart. And this is their feelings, intentions. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. The outcome to this situation, their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation here. And it's 9 of trees, so it's another 9. We have the 9 of cups, 9 of trees. So it shows the kind of the aftermath after we have been into this cycle of the 8s. We have put in a lot of effort. We tried our best. We were aware of a certain problem, a certain pattern, and we tried to do better this time. And this is when we have kind of come out of it, and we are, it's almost like a battered soldier, like a person that have been through hell and back. So they are a little bit frozen, in this case still intact, and kind of waiting for the warmth of spring to make them okay again. So sometimes when we have gone through a lot of challenges, we get hardened and ice cold, and we might be a little bit cutting as well, keeping people on an arm's length distant. So it just shows like a natural reaction from people that have been through challenges, that we might get a little bit cold, we might get a little bit isolated. This is 9, so it's connected to hermit, the hermit, which is a loner, and it comes in your relationship. So it might be that there's a little bit a bitterness or distance going on between you and your certain someone, which might be a love partner, sibling, family member of other kind, of friend or co-worker, and people are taking their distance towards each other and kind of preparing for the other person to hurt them once more, or to have the war going on once more. It can be almost like a little bit sibling rivalry between people that's supposed to love each other, but instead it becomes this, no, I didn't do that, you did that, and well, it never ends well. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about them. And we have here the Three of Clouds, which is the Three of Swords, the broken heart syndrome, we can say. And we saw in this 9 of Cups a lot of geological activity. And we can see this also here. Earth's crust have been broken apart and are sticking up in this ragged outlook here. It seems like what's on your mind is that this person has really done a number on you, and that they have hurt you in many ways. And I guess it has given you some scars and wounds, but it also given you a certain kind of education to this cycle. We'll see what's on their mind about you to see a little bit better. 6 of Trees. Okay, so they feel... I'm getting the sense they feel like you won, but you don't feel like you have won anything. You feel like they have really hurt you. And you might also have lashed back on them, and that's why they are thinking that you have won here. And they seem to feel that you are a person that has certain kind of leadership qualities, and maybe they feel like they should have listened to you sooner rather than later. I'm also feeling a certain amount of pride. So when they are thinking of you, they are thinking that they don't want to yield still. They don't want to give up to your, what they see in the superiority. They don't want to budge really. But we can see that it's might be something that will happen eventually, that they will cave in. But for now, I'm feeling pride, and they can't really admit to have been hurting you like this. And if you hurt them in the end, I think it might have been a little bit deliberate. Okay, so this is the bond between you two. And we have Upturned, which is the second Hangman card in this deck. And it's the relationship that has gone under in the waves here, being crashed against the cliffs here. So I'm guessing that you being hurt in this relationship actually was the end of this relationship. Maybe you took a lot of hits, both psychologically maybe, and also physically in some way. Maybe you got sick from all the ordeals, here the relationship crashes because of it. So I think you tried your best with all the aids. You tried to be very strong. You tried to do, fix it. But eventually it's kind of, the relationship crashed almost automatically because you got so smashed in this relationship. So it couldn't go on. I think almost the divine pulled the plug on this situation. What I'm getting there. Okay, so this is your feelings and intentions towards them. So you still love them, and I guess that's why it hurts so much. And maybe if you would have been in the decision position instead of the divine, it might be that you still pulled the plug, but I think it was nothing more that you could do, is what I'm feeling here. But you still love them. If it would have been up to you, maybe you would have tried to, withstand a little bit more, to stay a little bit longer and to try a little bit longer. So you still love this person, you still have love in your heart for them, but they have also broken you to the point where they seem to have broken also the relationship with their behavior. Maybe they did something maybe that there was no return from, and that it couldn't be fixed. And this is their feelings towards you. So they're trying to search for signs that you would want to be with them again, or try again, or talk with them, communicate with them again. So they're trying to ask the divine, is this person coming back? Are we going to get the second chance? And it's the 6 here is connected to the Lovers card. So it's a masculine energy, Leo in Jupiter, element of fire. So it's a masculine way of loving. So sometimes it can be expressed in physical attraction and physical love, like sexual actions and things like this. So it might be that this person doesn't have love beyond that. Some people can't, even if their soul is very evolved, if they had gone down in a body that has evolved only to sexual love, that's the only love that they can express. And for a person that are in a body that's able to feel more than just sexual love, it can be very heartbreaking to be in a situation where someone only see your value through sex, if this is a romantic relationship. If it's a friendship or other relationship, it might be that it's power kind of replacing the sex thing. That person, when they wants to be friend with someone, they want to have power over that someone. And they can get power through different ways. Maybe it can be saying negative comments towards you to keep you small and feeling insignificant and worried. So that will maybe give them power over you. But I think they might have regret their ways a little bit, or they want you to come back so they can expose power over you again. But I think they feel that you are wiser than them, that you have a better way of doing things, maybe where there could be more equality, and they want to listen to that now, but I can't say how serious they are with that. But they want to listen to that now. They want a second chance, is what I'm seeing, and they're trying to ask the divine, is this person coming back? Are they going to connect? And this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have a 2 of stones. So I'm feeling that you want to move on from this person. 2, 2, 3. So it's a person that has shown a lot of vulnerability, don't want to do that anymore, actually wants to leave that behind and move to the other shore. So I think you want to drop the ball on this relationship, or you did do so. I don't see you wanting to re-engage. You might want to on a heart level, but I'm seeing you walking away, basically. And that you are trying to be stubborn about it with the little donkey there. You're trying to be stubborn about it. You're trying to not turn around. You're not trying to not look back. It's hard. Okay, and this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you, and with Spirit of Stone, so it seems like they are not going anywhere. I think they're still waiting for you, and it seems also, it's a kind of husband card, but it's also can be a stubborn husband card. So it doesn't have to be a husband, it can be a girlfriend or sister or boyfriend or whatever, but it's about the person standing put. Okay, they are not moving from you, they are not trying to move forward from you, and they're still kind of there for you. But it's also Spirit of Stone is a little bit hard to come close to, because he lives on this mountaintop behind big piles of stone. So maybe this person is unable to express what they want, and that they are still there for you because they have this idea of power, and they want to keep the power, but they are also seems very loyal towards you. And it's almost the same landscape here with the hills, the 2 hills. You're missing the big steep mountains there in the background, and this shows the challenge that this person has. Big steep mountains and big challenges, and I'm feeling this person is challenged by themselves, kind of putting imaginary things between you two, things that shouldn't have to be there. You're not going to be more happy because you have power over someone else, or because they don't know how much you love them. That's stupid. It's not it's not healthy, not for them, not for you, not for anyone. It's not intelligent. And this is the outcome, and we have the Hermit. So I'm feeling this is usually you, Virgo, and I'm thinking you are here too, but I'm feeling this person standing here on this mountain and trying to figure it out. Okay, so what to do with this? This crashes. It's 2 things that crashes. Their want for being maybe celebrated or having a certain position in your relationship, like they should be the one that everyone listens to or you listens to, and they want to keep that. But in the same time, I feel like an aching longing towards you, and you are on your way, somewhere below the clouds here. You are walking further and further away from them. So it's also about timing. This person doesn't seem to be very quick with their movement. It's very typical for people that have been working very close together spiritually to kind of get the other person's significant symbols. So if you have dealt with a fire sign, you now will be the fire sign. If you have dealt with a Virgo, you now have this Virgo approach to things. So they have learned something, but it seems that they still have a certain element of pride here, is what I'm feeling. So it's going to be hard for you to reconnect, even if both people want that emotionally, because this person is still on their high horses or on the high mountaintop, and you don't want another chance at this, because it was hard for you. You were carrying yourself, and you were carrying the other person. You were carrying the entire relationship. They might have done a lot of things that was destructive towards you and the relationship, and even to themselves. So it's like you were the one holding it all together, and that was probably not a particularly relaxed position. Okay, we're not getting a lot of re-energized vibration from that. So I'm asking about this, what's going on here with the Spirit of Stone, and I'm getting take responsibility for your power. It's from the Dream Oracle cards, and I will read this card for you. Yes, okay. So, fire is an ancient symbol of power, and with power comes the need for responsibility, maturity, and balance. And I'm thinking this was lacking. You have power too. This person recognized it thinking of you, but you haven't used it to hurt others. You used it to make things more harmonious and try to make things better. But this person seems to have lacked a little bit maturity and balance. We see the balance here in the Two of Stones. Find a safe and contained place to express the unabashed seal of your heart and the scorching embers of your deepest emotion, whether they be passion, anger, or lust. Become willing to burn away, release, and let go of all things that no longer serve your highest expression, so that you can ultimately be present to the goal that remains. So their soul, maybe, instead of their ego in this case. Your feeling may be hot right now, so much that you can fear they may be starting a forest fire. Most people extinguish their light because they don't know how to take the heat. So it's this person staying very stoic. They won't happen to you if you unleash your power mindfully. I marvel at the miracle of alchemy as I transform and awaken to the full radiance of my destiny. So when a person is very small in their thinking, and they have this little bit caveman mentality that it's just food, sex, basic power. So it leads very a little bit empty lives when we see it from a human and kind of culture perspective. So some people don't have more higher philosophic thoughts in their head their entire life, and it's more about what they can put in their mouth or how they can fulfill their desire. It might be that this is how this person have been in the past, but their soul wants this body that they have now to kind of evolve past that. So certain souls go down in certain bodies to help that bloodline, for example, evolve and to get it into the future more evolved. So it can be very hopeless for a very evolved soul to be in a very limited body. For example, an evolved soul to be in a very limited computer that can't express itself more than with ones and zeros. If we see the first computers, you could write some things, but there was no real program on it. And now it wants to start to become programs on it, but this person needs to take their desires of food, sex, and control into consideration and see if they can heighten the frequency of this vibration. And food can become nurturing, like nurturing other people with food and love and warm hugs and empathy. Sex can become love, like romantic love or the love that a parent has for their child. Power can become responsibility, how we take responsibility for others. Instead of putting ourselves in this safe position, we can use this power to help others. So I see that's the kind of evolution that this person needs to go through. And since they didn't have gone through this, I think you hurt yourself a lot on this relationship. And, ooh, that was for you then. And we have flower. Pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. So it's a very mild, beautiful card. So flower. Fire and flower. It's F both. Okay. So, bloom where you're planted. In other words, acknowledge that although sometimes the grass might look greener on the other side of the garden wall, it never really is. When you shine the sunshine of your awareness on your intent to maximize the beauty of your own gifts, talents, relationships, and experience, you realize that you got all the elements necessary to grow to your fullest glory. Remember that the fertilizer and the flower are equally important. Stay grounded by feeding yourself healthy foods, spending time in the sun, and drinking lots of water. So spending time in the sun again. Enjoy the sweet smell of success every stage of your blossoming during this fertile time of your life. And a mantra: the bouquet of my dreams is flourishing as it brightens and enlightens the entire world. So I saw you were on your way here, leaving everything behind, and it might be good for the time being, but I see that you are going to encounter this type of people again.